Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star based on novel. So let's start. I have always lacked a suitable supreme true treasure, always lacking one. Huge axe creator stood amidst the void space, grasping his godly axe as he looked into the distance. As I don't have a supreme true treasure with me, I have always maintained a low profile, worried that if I stood out too much, because of my outstanding ability, I would bring disaster to my human race. Teacher Origin bestowed me with great kindness, and chose eternal suppression in the hope that I would lead our human race well. Third True Master, Sixth True Master, do the both of you know what angers me the most? Huge axe creator's eyes were ablaze as two rays of light, which seemed to materialize into blades, slashed across the length of the sky. With an angry roar, he voiced his rage. The answer is, you wanting to destroy my human race. Destroy the race. Exterminate all, he shouted. Just you, Divine Eye Clan, so arrogant that you think you can destroy my human race. When Teacher Origin was around, did you all dare make a single utterance? Today, I shall let you all know the consequence of trying to destroy my human race. Huge axe creator's voice bellowed. His hand was already grasping his godly axe. With a roar, he shouted, the 15th. Third True Master and Sixth True Master were angry yet shocked. They could not be bothered with anything else. Right away, they took off, escaping for dear life. Leave quickly. Go. But with one strike of his axe, vast darkness befell, as though there was a huge axe shadow glowing with a dazzling light within the void space. Then the shadow merged with the godly axe, and soundlessly, it slashed at Third True Master and Sixth True Master. Numerous stars clustered in the way were sent scattered all over the place. Hurry! The stars. Stop him quickly. Sixth True Master was panicking and flustered. Third True Master, on the other hand, shouted angrily, his attacks can dissemble eternal true God, which is a combination of 3 supreme true treasures. How can my domain type supreme true treasure alone be enough to entrap him? It will not even be enough to slow him down. Quick! We should quickly escape for now. Discussion later. There is no escape for you. A huge axe came flying through the air at high speed. It was hot on their heels. Its speed was continuously soaring, from 1,000 times the of light speed to 10,000 times of light speed. The rate at which its speed was soaring was extremely fast, and the shadow that was encircling the flying axe indulged itself in sweeping up everything in its way, causing the numerous stars that had become meteors upon being attacked to be smashed and scattered instantly. Such an imposing domain type true treasure was simply not strong enough to restrain huge axe creator. Hurry, hurry, hurry. A palace flew toward them at high speed. It was merely a pinnacle true treasure, but what huge axe creator used to carve his way forward was a supreme true treasure godly axe. When coupled with his own power, which was very strong to begin with, how much faster could his speed get? He is closing in on us. Not good. Traveling at more than 10,000 times light speed, huge axe creator caught up in the blink of an eye. Hiding inside your palace. Then I shall seal it up. Huge axe creator stretched out his right hand, which suddenly expanded to a huge palm, as extensive as 1,000,000 kilometers. Every finger on that huge palm had an axe head shadow encircling it, causing the surroundings to fall into a blanket of strange darkness. Let's split up. Hiding within the palace, there is no way we can put up any resistance. Even eternal true God cannot ward off his attacks. This pinnacle true treasure palace. Once caught, we will be stuck in here with no power to resist. Then, I fear, we will be thrown into his suppressing type palace and be subjected to his suppression. Blue Eye, you are not powerful enough. Not his match. Hurry and enter my palace. Coming. If the opponent had a suppressing type treasure, and was someone much more powerful, it was simply pointless to withdraw into passive defense. That palace vanished into thin air. A man showered in purple light stood amidst the void space. He wore a suit of purple armor, and was looking at huge axe creator. Angrily, he shouted, "Huge axe, we have already decided to escape. Why are you still giving chase so relentlessly? If it was just sixth true master before you, there is indeed the risk of annihilation. But my stars, even if they are not as powerful as yours, they are in no danger of annihilation." Huge axe creator did not beat about the bush. "Hand over the 3 pinnacle palace type true treasures of this level, and all enmity between your divine eye clan and my human race will be put to an end. Otherwise, my axe technique will have one less competent opponent to train and hone itself against for further improvement." Third True Master's terrible expression was visible even though he was wearing his purple armor, and he kept quiet for a long while. "All right then. Divine Eye Clan shall pay you due respect and give you 3 true treasures," Third True Master decided. 1 Pinnacle Domain Type True Treasure, 1 Pinnacle Palace Type True Treasure, and 1 Pinnacle Soul Illusion Type True Treasure. 3 streams of light flew toward Huge Axe Creator. With arms outstretched, Huge Axe Creator grabbed hold of the 3 true treasures, and took a look before putting them away. Third True Master quickly transformed into light, and departed at the fastest speed possible. From afar, there was brilliant gold devil god. Within the Cyan Stone Peak, there was Sitting Mountain Guest and Luo Feng, all of whom were a little startled. The formidable Divine Eye Clan always carried an imposing air of vigor. No one could have expected Huge Axe Creator to be so powerful to the extent of forcing 2 true masters of the formidable Divine Eye Clan to bow in submission, and hand over 3 pinnacle superior true treasures. A childlike voice, crisp and clear, was transmitted from brilliant gold devil god. "Congratulations, Huge Axe. Humans from the primal universe are indeed impressive. Teacher Origin was impressive. Huge Axe, you are also very impressive. Ha ha. Now, with a supreme true treasure in hand, Huge Axe, you have become so powerful. Ha ha. Brilliant gold, please keep this news to yourself for now," Huge Axe Creator said from afar. "Do not spread the news. TSK. Divine Eye Clan has suffered a great loss. If news is not leaked out, I'm afraid they will not proactively spread the news. I think they can't wait for the other groups of powers to also suffer the same loss. Huge Axe, how cunning of you. All right, I will make sure that the news does not spread from me." Brilliant gold devil god laughed in his clear and crisp voice. Huge Axe Creator turned his head in another direction, and said to another faraway figure, "Sitting Mountain Guest, please do not spread this news either." "Of course not," Sitting Mountain Guest transmitted his reply. Huge Axe Creator made small nods and then his figure blurred, as he transformed into a huge axe, and scraped through the sky with his speedy departure. Brilliant gold devil god bade Sitting Mountain Guest farewell, and took his leave, too. Then the Cyan Stone Peak also flew toward the exit of Deep Abyss. Within the Deep Abyss, the Cyan Stone Peak was advancing at high speed. Teacher Luo Feng was still running high on emotions, and also, he had many unresolved doubts. First, he poured Sitting Mountain Guest some wine, then asked, "Huge Axe Creator of our human race is quite impressive. So impressive that he could kill other universe supreme masters." "Ha ha, of course he can." Sitting Mountain Guest replied from where he was seated. With his wine glass in his hand, he smiled. Way back then, Teacher Origin dominated Universe Ocean. Throughout the 3 reincarnation eras and 2 Holy Land universes, no one dared provoke him. Upon seeing him from afar, the other universe supreme masters would take off right away. From how you see it, if it was just him gaining the upper hand, would it be enough to make the other universe supreme beings behave like that? Realization dawned upon Luo Feng. Yes, if there was nothing life-threatening, Teacher Origin would not be so fearsome as to instill such fear in the other universe supreme beings. Huge Axe's power may still be a little lacking compared to Teacher Origin's power back then, but it is already very close. Sitting Mountain Guest sighed. Luo Feng continued persistently asking questions. Can Huge Axe Creator kill Third True Master? No, he can't, Sitting Mountain Guest answered directly. Third True Master has 2 supreme true treasures that he takes everywhere he goes. His ability is ranked second out of the 7 true masters. Huge Axe may be able to suppress and deal 3rd true master with heavy blows, but he cannot kill him. 6th true master, on the other hand, is weaker with only 1 soul attack type supreme true treasure. If he is confronted by Huge Axe, there is a possibility he might be killed. Since he cannot be killed, why would 3rd true master Hao in submission? Luo Feng continued to ask. Ha ha, Sitting Mountain guest laughed out loud. Of course he has to. Huge Axe has been hiding his true power, and has yet to show an actual outburst. His normal power is already so potent that the outburst this time around will likely spark a series of outbursts as he starts to fight against other great beings. Previously, there wasn't any other great being of such a high level to fight against him to allow him to hone and steel himself, yet he was already this powerful. Once he starts to fight against other universe supreme masters, his skills will definitely be pushed toward further improvement. He just needs to advance one more step. Then he will be another teacher origin. If that is the case, then now, 3rd true master is right in bowing to submission earlier, so that he will not be putting himself at a disadvantage later. Another realization dawned upon Luo Feng. True. He had never executed that kind of axe technique before, yet he had achieved such a high level of cultivation. Once he started actual battles to hone this skill of his, the possibility of progression to the next level was high. If that is the case, why did he only ask for 3 pinnacle superior true treasures? Luo Feng was confused. This is nothing to the Divine Eye clan at all. Ha ha. How do you perceive the Divine Eye clan? Sitting Mountain guest shook his head. That is a very powerful group from the first reincarnation era. Comparable to the 2 Holy Land universes. Even 3rd true master was able to resist Huge Axe, albeit with much difficulty. If his opponent were 1st true master, then even if Huge Axe improved his ability and power, the most he could achieve would be suppression of 1st true master. Previously, when 1st true master was in a confrontation with Teacher Origin, he was able to survive all of Teacher Origin's attacks. If the 7 true masters all joined forces, that would be even more terrifying. Humph. Furthermore, the Divine Eye clan is nearing its doomsday. The 7 true masters will surely feel an insane amount of pressure. If you really come to face a member of the Divine Eye clan, even the power of one will be intimidating enough. How is it possible for the human race to fight and win against the Divine Eye clan? I'm afraid other universe masters do not even dare to enter Universe Ocean anymore. This is a way of ending the bad blood once and for all. It is a way of gaining some benefits without making the Divine Eye clan feel the pinch. The Divine Eye clan does not dare to provoke Huge Axe. On the other hand, for the future of our human race, Huge Axe is unwilling to declare war on the Divine Eye clan. That explains why we have come to this stage. Luo Feng nodded slightly. True. Huge Axe of the human race was indeed impressive, but the other universe masters were weak. If there was war declared upon the human race, for their own safety, they would be highly resistant when expected to enter Universe Ocean. And if they did not dare to enter Universe Ocean to roam and seek opportunities to hone their skills, it would become very difficult for the human race to cultivate the birth of a 3rd Universe Supreme Master. Among the Universe Supreme Masters, the difference in ability can be so vast. Luo Feng sighed. Sitting Mountain guest voiced his speculation. In fact, it is just Teacher Origin, who is a more perversely unique individual. From how I see it, Huge Axe likely received Teacher Origin's guidance, which is why he can be so strong. Otherwise, solely based on their own ability to comprehend, it would be quite impossible for both to be so formidable. Teacher Origin. Luo Feng nodded. Although Teacher Origin was eternally suppressed, he continued to maintain contact with the human race. However, he might be in contact with a handful of humans like Huge Axe and Primal Chaos City Leader. The Cyan Stone Peak entered the region that was crazily swallowing everything in the surroundings. Luo Feng had been sucked in here by that gravitational force, which was so strong, even much stronger than Huge Axe's attacks. Now that he wanted to fly out from inside, he had to move in the opposite direction of that gravitational force. The Cyan Stone Peak was revolving, and it created many arcs as it moved. It gradually inched its way forward and out of the deep abyss by moving in a circular motion. To go out, you have to resist part of the gravitational force, but you also have to borrow part of it, Sitting Mountain Guest instructed. You have to tap the strength of gravity to get out. If not, even a Universe Supreme Master would not be able to get out. This is the only way out. It will be a slow journey. I'm afraid it will take at least a few months, so within these few months, I shall help you in completing the restoration of your crazy demon extermination godly armor. Thereafter, you can continue on your way. Do what you need to do. Yes, teacher, Luo Feng replied reverently. After leaving this place, his next destination would, of course, be the space of the black striped stone pillars, where he could hone his willpower. Besides, he had gained 5 Chaos's black token, so it was all the more urgent that he should head there. The power of the black hole of the deep abyss was endless. The green mountain peak hovered in circles, then gradually advanced out. It was a bit like a sailboat borrowing the strength of reverse currents to propel itself forward in its intended direction, but billions of times more mysterious. After all, this gravitational force was much too strong even for a Universe Supreme Master. No one would dare openly put up a resistance. Teacher is restoring crazy demon extermination godly armor. Luo Feng stood at the apex of the mountain peak and looked down at the vast land below. And part of his consciousness is controlling this mountain peak. Loneliness. Luo Feng sat alone, feeling lonely as various thoughts came to his mind. Earlier, when he was watching the huge axe creators battle, all he could feel was the adrenaline rush, as his excitement level got exceptionally high. Now that he had calmed down, he started to feel the distance between himself and a Universe Supreme Master. In the primal universe, a Universe Supreme Master is held down by extremely great suppression. In Universe Ocean, a Universe Supreme Master is still under a certain amount of suppression. If there is no suppression at all, the distance between Universe Masters and Universe Supreme Masters would be even greater. Luo Feng was aware that the suppression was completely over the top. In the primal universe, if there were no fights against the Universe Masters, then Universe Supreme Masters would also be able to ensure that their orders, once given, were strictly enforced. They would also be more powerful than anything else under the sun. Even the universe origin laws would have to show due respect to them. Yet the moment a fight happened with Universe Masters, everything would change. The universe origin laws no longer drew back. On the contrary, they would exert stronger suppression, therefore making it impossible for Universe Supreme Masters to ensure that their orders were strictly enforced. Universe Masters were able to control time and space with regards to controlling domains, but Universe Supreme Masters were in no way superior in this sense. Of course, the killing of Yuan Ao Master was carried out according to the wishes of the universe origin, which was why no Universe Supreme Master had to undergo any suppression. The force of godly power unleashed could be equivalent to the godly power of a Universe Master with a perfect life gene level. This was only a small aspect. There was also the limit on the strongest power, an upper limit restriction. This was an ultimate limit value laid down by the universe origin laws. The powers that Universe Supreme Masters released could not exceed this restriction. Once exceeded, they would have to undergo suppression, just like how Virtual Real Devil Master was previously bound by chains of the laws. The ability to ensure that their orders, once given, were strictly enforced, would disappear. The ability to release their godly powers would be restricted. Even the strongest outburst of capability had an upper limit to adhere to. And after killing a Universe Master, a Universe Supreme Master had to be severely punished. His godly body would be badly injured. There were so many forms of suppression against Universe Supreme Masters, which was why, in the primal universe, Universe Masters showed negligible fear for Universe Supreme Masters. Universe Masters, who were slightly more powerful than their peers, would show no fear of Universe Supreme Masters at all. Meanwhile, in Universe Ocean, things were not the same. In Universe Ocean, there were many miniature universes, as well as the primal universe, scattered all about. The primal universe was massive, so the willpower of the primal universe origin remained the strongest. Even laws revolving around the vast universe ocean would be under its influence. Other regions of the universe ocean were considered external, so the power that the primal universe origin could exert over them was much weaker. Thus, the limits were also much weaker. There were only two heavy restrictions. Firstly, when Universe Supreme Masters fought with Universe Masters, revolving laws no longer drew back. Universe Supreme Masters would not be able to be certain that their orders would be strictly enforced. Secondly, the strength of godly power would also be suppressed at the level of the perfect gene level of a Universe Master. There were only two restrictions. By relying on their true treasures and secret techniques to determine how much power they wanted to unleash was up to the Universe Supreme Masters to decide. There was no upper limit restriction at all. Upon killing a Universe Master, there would be no punishment either. Comparatively, the restrictions of Universe Ocean were less stringent and fewer than that of the Primal Universe, which was why, overall, Universe Supreme Masters were all fearful and wary of the Primal Universe origin. Luo Feng sat on the apex of the mountain peak, pondering the various relationships between Universe Supreme Masters, the willpower of the Primal Universe, himself and many others. A voice was transmitted. Luo Feng. Teacher. Luo Feng turned back and saw sitting mountain guest. He immediately stood up. Teacher, aren't you restoring crazy demon extermination godly armor? I'm done restoring it, sitting mountain guest said with a wave. A suit of black armor flew toward Luo Feng right away. Luo Feng was shocked and looked at sitting mountain guest inquiringly. It, said Luo Feng. It has not even been 2 days. A mere restoration process. How much effort do you think I will need? Sitting mountain guest studied Luo Feng's expression. I saw you sitting over there, what's on your mind? I was thinking about the willpower of the primal universe origin. Luo Feng replied. Universe Supreme Masters. Universe Masters, and me. Sitting mountain guest was taken aback upon hearing Luo Feng's reply. He remained silent. After a long moment of silence, sitting mountain guest sighed. His voice was filled with complex emotions as he continued. Primal universe origin. For one who has not become a universe supreme master, you will still be a child of the primal universe. It will take care of you. Once you become a universe supreme master, the miniature universe starts to break away from the primal universe to survive in universe ocean. That universe supreme master will then become a public enemy that everyone started to target. Suppression, always have been suppressed, sitting mountain guest lamented. Reincarnation. During every reincarnation era, there will be the process of the primal universe being impregnated, giving birth, then destroying every single living being. Teacher origin of the human race is indeed impressive. He could actually what? Asked Luo Feng, unable to contain his curiosity. Sitting mountain guest shook his head. Stop asking. I thought you were able to enter the virtual universe anytime you wanted. If you are strong enough to get the attention of Teacher Origin, you will be able to converse with him formally. Then perhaps, he may tell you why he did whatever he did back then. I was also making some guesses here, which may not be accurate. Luo Feng was eager for information. Teacher Origin had dared to challenge the primal universe origin back then. If he had actually dared to, there must have been a goal he wanted to achieve. A goal that might be over the top. But even Primal Chaos City leader Teacher had not mentioned this to him. Why would Teacher Origin defy the primal universe origin? Sitting mountain guest laughed and looked at Luo Feng. Don't think too much. It is too far out of your reach. You should think more for yourself. That will be more than enough. When you become a universe master, with Star Tower, you can ignore the difference in level between you and a universe supreme master. Luo Feng shook his head. Even if I become a universe master, in terms of secret techniques, I am still very far away from the level of a universe supreme master. He had seen virtual real Devil Master and Teacher Origin fight, but that had been in the primal universe, so the force wasn't that strong. But this time, the exchange of blows between 3rd True Master, 6th True Master, and Huge Axe Creator really showed him how huge a difference in level he was from Universe Supreme Masters. You are wrong. Sitting Mountain Guest shook his head. Huh? Luo Feng looked at teacher. Universe Masters cannot create such powerful secret techniques, but the secret engravings on Star Tower represent a level of secret technique that is extremely high. Sitting Mountain Guest laughed. This is the precious part of a supreme true treasure. For instance, the first form of Star Tower, back when you have merely activated the first form, unleashing the power of Star Tower was insignificant. But when you activated the second form, that second level of secret engravings was a standard that miraculously matched the strongest secret technique of a Universe Master. You may not be able to create, but when merely activating, the difficulty level is reduced. The third level of secret engravings is comparable to the means of a Universe Supreme Master. The fourth level of secret engravings is a grade of secret technique that only a top-notch being among all the Universe Supreme Masters could create. Luo Feng nodded repeatedly. Right? Merely activating the secret engravings, compared to secret techniques of the same power, was certainly less demanding. Yet the power was, surprisingly, just as strong. Or, with a supreme true treasure as a medium, the power unleashed might be even stronger and more forceful. In Universe Ocean, there is a strength determination method, Sitting Mountain Guest said. Beginner-level Universe Masters' life genes can only multiply in the hundreds, so they may not be able to create secret techniques. This is the first level of Universe Masters. Ordinary-level Universe Masters' life genes multiply in the thousands. They can create ultimate secret techniques. This is the second level. Above these, there are the third level, the fourth level, and, like Star River Master from the Primal Universe, your teacher Primal Chaos City Leader, and the 5 Chaos Master, who you dragged to his death, the fifth level. A Universe Master, who owns a supreme true treasure, will be on the sixth level. That is also the highest level that a Universe Master can reach, Sitting Mountain Guest said amidst laughter. Why would owning a supreme true treasure make one a grade higher than Primal Chaos City Leader and 5 Chaos Master? That's because the secret engravings of a supreme true treasure represented a higher level of capability. Luo Feng listened intently. The 6 levels of categorizing Universe Masters. This was the first time he'd heard of them. A Universe Master at the 6th level is comparable to a Universe Supreme Master without a supreme true treasure, Sitting Mountain Guest said with a laugh. Of course, for someone like Huge Axe Creator, even without a supreme true treasure, he can still be stronger than any 6th level Universe Master. But I suspect that the 15th axe Huge Axe executed, the one that he said he had just created, my guess is that when he got that godly axe and observed the secret engravings etched on it. After comprehension, the activated secret engravings on that godly axe were the ones that unleashed that extremely powerful axe. Getting out of the deep abyss took close to 3 months' time. Sitting Mountain Guest also provided Luo Feng with guidance, especially on how to carefully comprehend Crazy Demon Extermination godly armor. Luo Feng then realized that 5 Chaos Masters' 5 Beasts Great Extermination was actually a move adapted from the 3rd level secret engravings of Crazy Demon Extermination godly armor. It's like how the simple yet intelligent locals are able to learn how to use stones and rods as weapons, said Sitting Mountain Guest. The difference in intelligence is, therefore, dependent on how one knows how to utilize weapons. Universe Masters, Universe Supreme Masters. Their weapons are true treasures. Learning how to use these treasures to the extent of creating secret techniques, based on the secret engravings of the true treasures, is how some renowned figures become widely known across the universe. They all have treasures that identify them. Like you, although you named yourself Milky Way Horde Leader, the outside world calls you Silver Wings Horde Leader. Luo Feng was aware of that as well. He started to comprehend the secret engravings on Star Tower, Crazy Demon Extermination Godly Armor, and Shawu Wings. Then he tried to create a suitable ultimate technique. As for his body was sustained by his godly power in that secret, hidden space, it was comprehending the diagram of secret engravings of the ultimate lost knowledge left behind by the ancient existence that was more powerful than Teacher Origin and Huge Axe Creator. And also, comprehending the 6 major diagrams of secret engravings that Sitting Mountain Guest had left behind. All the diagrams were mutually supportive of one another, enabling Luo Feng's rate of progress to set sail on an accelerated track. He was able to comprehend all the other types, like the defense type secret engravings on Crazy Demon Extermination Godly Armor at an alarming rate. For the triple levels of attack type secret engravings on the Golden Right Arm, he was able to comprehend 2 levels speedily. He vaguely understood a great part of the 3rd level, but it took him more time, comparatively, to finally understand it. The triple levels of secret engravings on Crazy Demon Extermination, Godly Armor's Golden Right Arm, is nothing compared to those of Star Tower, yet they are still able to match the power of a strongest ultimate technique created by a universe master. Once you are able to drive this, I think your achievement in the studies of diagrams of secret engravings will more or less reach the level of a universe master. All right, we are now out of the deep abyss. I will leave from here, and don't ever let such a thing happen again. Luo Feng bowed and replied with much gratitude, "Yes, teacher." Thereafter, from within the endless frozen lake fire, a green mountain peak and a crimson palace, Star Tower had transformed its look with the use of Blood Cloud Pearl, departed and flew off in 2 different directions. The fight in the abyss was momentous. However, the Divine Eye clan didn't spread the news that they had suffered in the fight, so the powers in Universe Ocean didn't know that another being close to teacher origin had been born. As for where the Silver Wing True Treasure and Extermination Godly Armor, it was a mystery. Did a Universe Supreme Master get the true treasures and hide them? It would be a total waste. Luo Feng didn't hear about the fighting records of Huge Axe Creator after that, which made sense, as only valuables or feuds would lead to fights. In the abyss, in the mysterious space, Luo Feng, wearing casual clothing, was walking on the island. He looked laid back, yet his consciousness was studying the 6 pictures left by Sitting Mountain Guest. Sitting Mountain Guest only observed them for several days, yet the 6 pictures were already very complicated. That meant Luo Feng would be able to comprehend more if he became a Universe Supreme Master. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. I have to comprehend them carefully so that I can accomplish more on the engraving picture path, whispered Luo Feng. The better I am on the engraving picture path, the easier it will be for me to do law comprehension. When he could reach the level of a universe master on the engraving picture path, he would be able to comprehend the law hundreds of times faster. Time flew. While the avatar of his godly body was practicing, Luo Feng was traveling through one dangerous place after another in universe boat and approaching the destination. 300 years passed. In the first miniature universe of the Divine Eye clan, clouds floated through the breezy air. 5 Chaos Master was on the 2nd level of the Godly Palace, and he was sitting in front of the railing, looking at the endless ground. 5 Chaos, 5 Chaos. A shadow flew in from the distance and stopped. 5 Chaos Master smiled. It's Enyong. Enyong Master's avatar stopped. There were 7 miniature universes that belonged to the Divine Eye clan, and the universe masters from the Divine Eye clan were scattered throughout the 7 universes. However, all those universe masters had their avatars in other small universes, so they were able to communicate with each other easily. There was a feud between Enyong Master and Luo Feng, yet 5 Chaos Master hated Luo Feng even more. Before, Enyong and 5 Chaos had been friends, as they were from the same race. They grew closer now. "Why do you look so hurried?" asked 5 Chaos Master. "I received some news about Luo Feng," said Enyong Master. "Oh?" The eyes of 5 Chaos Master gleamed. Since he had died because of Luo Feng, he had treated Luo Feng as his true competitor. However, he hadn't heard anything about Luo Feng after that. Even though he had contact with some powers in the original universe, Luo Feng had maintained a very low profile. Which was why 5 Chaos had been suppressing a strong urge. "I thought he wouldn't dare to enter Universe Ocean without that silver wing." "Where is he now?" asked 5 Chaos Master. "He's in the Universe Boat," said Enyong Master. "What? Universe Boat?" 5 Chaos Master was startled. He dared to go to the Universe Boat. Not only does he dare to go to Universe Boat, but is in the inner area of Universe Boat, and, said Nyong Master. He went into the deeper area of the inner area. After what happened between you and him, he's been in universe boat all that time. He's been adventuring through universe boat. However, he's been using another identity. Another identity. 5 Chaos Master was more confused. Cracking Gold Master, said Nyong Master. What? That is him. 5 Chaos opened his eyes wide. It's him. That Luo Feng has another identity, and has been adventuring in universe boat. But how did he get so strong? Cracking Gold Master was a universe master, who had made himself famous for a fight for true treasures in universe boat 300 years prior. No one had seen Cracking God Master since, yet his power was proven, as he dared to get into the inner area of universe boat. After that, Cracking Gold Master said that his name was Cracking Gold, and thus, his name had spread. In the next 300 years, Cracking Gold Master had participated in 2 fights for treasures, both of which were not serious, yet his power was proven to be at level 4. 5 Chaos, he's in Wave of Stars Ocean, said Nyong Master. Wave of Stars Ocean is as dangerous as God-destroying Valley, and it's larger. There are several places where true treasures are often seen, so there are several powers. A top-tier domain-type true treasure emerged there, which led to a fight, and Cracking Gold Master interfered. It was a horrifying fight. ZYA Master from our universe era lost his original body. Cracking Gold Master showed his true power, and got the true treasure. There are many great beings in Wave of Stars Ocean. A universe master who saw Luo Feng, Shuekeng Master from the second universe era, yelled, "Your Silver Wing Horde leader." And that's how other great beings know that Cracking Gold Master is Silver Wing Horde leader. Nyong Master shook his head. He was not happy that his enemy was so renowned now. It was unsurprising that Luo Feng was able to hide his identity. After all, great beings were able to easily alter the way they looked. As for one's aura, it could only be remembered when it was seen by someone. Or the virtual universe could simulate that aura. But apparently, other powers didn't have the virtual universe. As for other universe eras, even though they had virtual worlds, they couldn't simulate the aura of universe masters and universe supreme masters. It was exceedingly difficult. He's so powerful now. 5 Chaos Master frowned. He got my original body killed when he first entered Universe Ocean, and I sensed that he'd be my mortal enemy. I can't believe he's at the 4th level now after such a short time. What should we do? Nyong Master looked to 5 Chaos Master. Nyong Master wasn't afraid. He had multiple bodies, so it was difficult for him to die. However, Nyong Master was worried about Luo Feng's power. He couldn't believe Luo Feng was able to show such great close combat power after such a short time. Let's go, said 5 Chaos Master. Let's go to Universe Boat. However, he's in Wave of Stars Ocean, said Nyong Master. Wave of Stars Ocean is deep in the inner area. It'll take a long time to get to Wave of Stars Ocean from the outer area. Luo Feng might be in a different place after that. It'll be more difficult later, said 5 Chaos Master. I'll go now. How about you? Okay, I'll come with you. Nyong Master nodded. Okay. 5 Chaos Master nodded. 5 Chaos didn't mind taking Nyong. For one thing, Nyong had multiple bodies, and he also had an enormous body, so he had great surviving power, both of which made him a great helper. At least Nyong Master was better at surviving and stalling enemies than Ultimate Arrow Master. Humph. Luo Feng. The eyes of 5 Chaos Master glinted fiercely. He will die if we catch him. Nyong Master clenched his teeth. Facing the ultimate death, the Universe Masters from the first Universe era could only depend on Universe Supreme Masters. They weren't able to get through it themselves, which was why they were crazier. Time kept flying, and it wouldn't stop because of anyone. In the vast Universe Ocean, countless lives were born and died in the original universe and miniature universes. A short while for great beings might be a lifelong period for other lives. Even though 5 Chaos Master and Nyong Master went to look for Luo Feng, they were too far from him. And they didn't know where Luo Feng would go in the future, so it would be very difficult for them to find him. Even if they could, it would be a long time later. However, it was nothing to 5 Chaos Master, who had lived for almost 3 universe eras. The 620th year of Luo Feng entering universe boat. In the virtual universe, in the palace at the apex of Thunder Island. Black striped stone pillar, said Primal Chaos City Leader in surprise. You're going to that heavenly pillar to sharpen your willpower. There are lots of other places for you do that, and they're closer to you. Why would you choose that? Yes. Luo Feng nodded. There are indeed lots of places for me to do that. However, the closer it is to Celestial Magic Pillar, the faster time will pass, and then I can save more time. 10,000 years in the area beside Celestial Magic Pillar is only 1 year outside. I will have enough time to sharpen my will and comprehend laws at the same time. I can't understand your decisions now. Primal Chaos City Leader exclaimed. However, I can't understand your improvements either. Now that you're arriving at Celestial Magic Pillar, I won't say anything more. Primal Chaos City Leader was indeed amazed. This disciple of his had gained his fame after the fight in Wave of Stars Ocean, and the human race was thrilled, including Primal Chaos City Leader. They thought that Luo Feng lost the Silver Wing and had kept a low profile, yet they didn't expect him to be more powerful. Primal Chaos City Leader and Huge Axe Creator were most amazed as they knew that Luo Feng hadn't become a Universe Master yet. He was at the top tier level even before becoming a Universe Master. This was insane. Primal Chaos City Leader and Huge Axe Creator fought Luo Feng in the virtual universe, and they realized that even though Luo Feng's godly power was only as strong as a Universe Master, with a life gene level of 100 times, his techniques were powerful. The technique Luo Feng simulated in the virtual universe using Crazy Demon Extermination, Godly Armor, was already a merged supreme technique. Not even Primal Chaos City Leader, or 5 Chaos Master had stronger techniques. But after that, Luo Feng claimed that he was following the engraving picture path. Even though he was only a Universe Knight, he had created supreme techniques of Universe Masters. And he was able to drive the 3rd level technique of that true treasure. I've been comprehending the 6 engraving pictures in the past several hundred years, especially after the fight in Wave of Stars Ocean. I reached the Universe Master level on the engraving picture path, and created a Universe Master level supreme technique, Cracking Gold, and I'm able to drive the 3rd level of Crazy Demon Extermination Godly Armor. Although my godly power is relatively weaker, I'm at the top tier 4th level Universe Master. If I can become a Universe Master and get some godly power, I'll be at a top tier 5th level Universe Master, and I'll be able to rival teacher Primal Chaos City Leader. This video will end here.